Right guys, welcome to the channel. Just one more quick video before bed. Just one more quick video before bed. Yeah, I just want to say, when penny drops in life, when you realise that everything you've got or ever had was thanks to God. Life's very much rented. You can't take any of it with you when you're gone. Nothing at all. You can give it to your kids, you can give it to your grandkids, but you can't take nothing with you at all when you go. Do you know what I mean? Only your soul. Do you know what I mean? Only your spirit. So yeah, when you realise everything you've had or ever had is thanks to God, it's by the grace of God. All the blessings you've had, it's all come from God. Everything you see, nature, everything, it all comes from God. When that penny drops, when you realise that, you can't help but be humble. Do you know what I mean? You can't help but be humble, no matter what you've got, where you get to. When that realization hits, do you know what I mean? You can't help but be humble. That's all I can say. But yeah. You can't judge a person. Like, say, looking at me, I wear casual clothes. Do you know what I mean? I wear casual clothes, and people probably think because I wear casual clothes, because I don't make much of an effort, that I'm poor, or that I've got nothing going for me. Do you know what I mean? People probably think that. Do you know what I mean? Because they think if he had money, he'd be wearing nice clothes. Not necessarily. Do you know what I mean? People don't always do that. Do you know what I mean? Some millionaires, look at Elon Musk, look at Keanu Reeves, they wear quite casual clothes. Do you know what I mean? A bit more smart than what I wear, admittedly, but still casual for someone with their wealth. They're not very extravagant. They're not very flashy. Do you know what I mean? So you find some people that dress up, they got nothing and they dress up. Some people that got millions and they're dressed like a poor person. So they live like a poor person. So you can never, do you know what I mean, judge. And also another thing, you can't judge a person's wisdom based on what they wear or how much money they got even. Do you know what I mean? People think you can in the world, do you know what I mean? But you can't, because the devil gives gifts too, do you know what I mean? If you're following the devil, do you know what I mean? Chances are you're gonna have nice stuff, do you know what I mean? But you're following the devil, so it's like it's misery and it's suffering and it's just brutal, do you know what I mean? It's just like you've lost yourself. So don't mean that to make people feel bad. I'm just saying, like, do you know what I mean? People get nice things by following the devil too. Do you know what I mean? God's not the only one who blesses people. Do you know what I mean? The devil will bless you too, but he'll take more from you than he'll bless you. That's all I can say. So yeah, don't think because someone wears casual clothes or because they ain't got much money or at this present time, or they're not balling. Do you know what I mean? Don't think they're not wise. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't tell. Do you know what I mean? You don't know where someone's gonna be in 5 years' time, let alone 10 years' time. Do you know what I mean? So, like I say, there's people with loads of money. Do you know what I mean? Who wear the nice clothes, they've got the cars, they've got the houses and everything, mansions even, and they're following the devil. So how wise are they really? Do you know what I mean? Just being real, how wise are they, you tell me? They might appear like the wise, but are they really? Because they've lost the soul and they're going to hell. Do you know what I mean? So are the wise? Do you know what I mean? Or they've lost themselves at least, and they need to find the way back to God and the light. You know what I mean? They need to come away from the darkness and into the light. So yeah, but yet you'll call them wise because they got a bit of money, or because it all looks good on paper. Well, can't take paper with you, do you know what I mean? You can't take nothing with you. It's all how you live and what you stand for and the authenticity of yourself, do you know what I mean? How real you are, that's what it all is really. But yeah, you can't tell people, like, people think how they think, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? People would say I'm delusional, but am I really? Do you know what I mean? You gotta think who's really delusional, do you know what I mean? But yeah, people don't want to hear it, do you know what I mean? So, what can you say? People don't like hearing the truth, so. But yeah, that's just a bit of wisdom for you guys, just from my perspective. But yeah, everyone thinks differently, but this is my opinion, do you know what I mean? And this is what I believe to be true, so yeah, a lot of people don't believe in God, so they're misguided, do you know what I mean? They don't believe in God, they don't believe there's anything more to life when you leave this world. They think you just die and that's it, do you know what I mean? If that were the case, why would we have a spirit that animates the body? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it goes somewhere when we die, do you know what I mean? How do we move? It's not just our body parts, it's something inside it, do you know what I mean? So obviously when we die that goes somewhere, but people just think, oh nah, man, you just die and that's it, you're just buried and, do you know what I mean? Animals eat you or you go into the air and evaporate, do you know what I mean? It's like something that's hold your body together all your life just gonna evaporate just like that. I don't think so somehow, do you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, everyone thinks differently, do you know what I mean? Um, I think there's two obvious things that's gonna happen. Either you're gonna be reincarnated, like your spirit's gonna fly northward, and you're gonna go into space, and you're gonna look for another body to host, or it's as simple as this. If that ain't the case, which I don't believe it is, then you're gonna go to heaven or hell, and that's what I believe happens for every human being. But everyone thinks differently. Do you know what I mean? People believe in different things, but that's what I believe. I believe it's heaven and hell. Do you know what I mean? You have to make your choices, who you follow while you're here, or when you come to the end of your life, even. You're given a choice. Do you accept God, Jesus, whatever you want to call it, or not? Do you know what I mean? Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? And I suppose it depends how great your sin is and what you believe. Whether you believe God can forgive your sin, or whether you believe your sin's too great, or whether you're just prideful and you don't want to bear yourself to God, so you're just prideful and you just reject Him. Like, do you know what I mean? This is all I can say. But I think this is what happens. I think that's the choice: God, Jesus, or, do you know what I mean? Accept Him or reject Him. That's what I think it is. That's what I think happens when you die. And there's been plenty of people who've had near-death experiences that have said the same. So, too many stories like that. So, yeah, people think how they think now. So, we'll see when we die. We don't know because we haven't died yet, but we'll see. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. Do you know what I mean? We're here right now, so that's a blessing. But yeah, I think a lot of the time people know the truth when they hear it. They just don't want to hear it sometimes. I think this is how it is with a lot of people because they think the sin's too great or whatever, but it's not. That's the devil lying to them. But yeah, what can you do? You can only live your own life. I could tell you what I think till I'm blue in the face, but do you know what I mean? I'm only doing it out of love because I want you to find the truth and, do you know what I mean? And walk in the truth so your life is as good as it can be, and so you get to heaven. But what can you do? Do you know what I mean? You can't tell people how to live, and I don't want to preach to people, so. But at the same time, I feel like I have to because it's like a big thing. Do you know what I mean? It's eternity at the end of the day, and whether it upsets people or not, like God's called me to do that. I won't ram it down people's throats. But I'm gonna say what I think though, because I believe it. Do you know what I mean? But I won't ram it down people's throats. I'll mention it if people don't want to listen to it, then they don't have to listen to it. But I'm called to do this out of love. I'm called to do this. So do you know what I mean? Because you wouldn't want to see a family member go to hell, or you wouldn't want to see someone you care about go to hell. Do you know what I mean? For living wrong, or for, well, yeah, for living wrong, or for rejecting God, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's now or later. So yeah, that's all I can say, guys. Everyone thinks different now, but you can't make people do anything. It's saying you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So yeah, people have got to live the lives how they live, and you just got to pray for them and hope for the best. But what can you do? Can't control what people do, how they think, how they feel, or what they decide. So yeah, it's all you can do is pray for them and hope for the best, and that's all you can do. Your responsibility is ultimately, it is to help people get to heaven, but the people that are willing to listen, do you know what I mean? The people that are open to it, the people that don't reject the truth, do you know what I mean? Don't reject what they know to be the truth deep down, even though they might say it's not the truth, or they might say, oh yeah, I don't believe in it, or but really deep down they believe in it. Do you know what I mean? They just think the sins are too great, or they think God will reject them for some reason. But yeah, that's all I can say. But I'm not going to keep banging the drum. I think I've said enough now. I'm tired, so I need to go to bed. So yeah, this is it, guys. I've got to be up early tomorrow. It's late now. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I've been a bit preachy, but it's out of love. That's all I can say. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Much love, and I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Bye.